Hey gang, and welcome to week 11 at a glance. Here I'll explain what all is happening this week, what is due, and explain a little bit about the assignments themselves. In these at a glance videos, I'll also point out any changes to the schedule that may have happened, so just be ready to jot down a note or something in case you need it. This week, you'll start working on your third major essay, the literary research essay. This is the biggest essay of the class, and we'll be working on it for basically the rest of the semester. So be sure you've got a good handle on all of that by the end of the week. I'll get into more specifics later, but for now, let's see what you've got due this week. Is it there? Is it there? Okay. By Wednesday, March 25th at 11:59 p.m., you need to complete the following assignments. Review the 3A Intro to Information Literacy link. Review the 3B Research Essay Assignment Sheet. Review the 3C Exploring Research Resources link. And review the 3D Selecting a Research Topic link. By Friday, March 27th at 11:59 p.m., you need to complete the following assignments. Complete the 3E Research Essay Proposal assignment, read your selected fairy tales, and complete the fairy tale assignment. So that may look like a lot of material, and I guess it kind of is. But most of it is just reviewing information and gearing up for the essay itself. So let's go into more detail about these assignments so that you know what's going on. For the first Wednesday assignment, you'll need to review the 3A Intro to Information Literacy. This little video will give you the basic concepts of doing research and incorporating research into an essay. You're likely familiar with this concept already, so this should be mostly a refresher. There is no grade associated with this assignment. Next, you've got 3B, the Research Essay Assignment Sheet. I'll go into greater detail on this in a special content lecture on Wednesday, but you do need to go ahead and have read through it by then. In a nutshell, it's very similar to the literary analysis essay you had due before spring break, but now you'll be incorporating research. Again, more on that on Wednesday, and there's no grade associated with the assignment sheet. Please do not panic. Please do not think you have to write an entire essay by Wednesday. That's just nuts. Both 3C and 3D assignments are intended to help you generate ideas for this research essay. Use them as much or as little as you need to help you get ready to go for it. There is an optional assignment in 3D. It's called the Developing a Research Question or Thesis Discussion Forum. If you need to complete that, or rather if you complete that, I'll respond with some feedback and help you refine your ideas down towards a workable topic for this assignment. Again, that is simply optional if you want or need extra feedback. Normally that's something we would do in class, so I've made it optional here, but completing it will get you some extra credit. Woo! For Friday, you'll need to complete the Research Essay Proposal assignment. This assignment is super important, and I'll go into more detail on it on Wednesday. But in a nutshell, this is where you'll pitch to me the idea for your research essay. This is absolutely mandatory. You must do this assignment. I will not grade a final essay for those who haven't completed the proposal, so be sure you do it. Again, I'll go over it in greater detail on Wednesday when I explain the assignment sheet, but just keep that on your radar. Finally, for Friday, you need to complete the fairy tale readings and their assignment. If you go to the fairy tales folder in the reading section on my courses, you'll see that first item is the discussion questions. You should read those first, because it says so, and because it'll explain what it is you're hunting for in these tales. For this unit, I provided 4 fairy tales for your enjoyment. You only are required to read, however, 2 of those tales. You do not have to read all 4, just 2. No, you cannot read more for extra credit. No. Just choose 2 of fairy tales, that's all you need. So your choices are Mark Hess's A Very Old Man with Enormous Wings, super good. Perrault's Little Red Riding Hood, probably familiar with that. The Brother Grimm's Hansel and Gretel, also a classic. And Perrault's Bluebeard, a personal favorite. Regardless of which of the 2 you choose, there is a question for each which you should keep in mind as you read your tale. Once you've chosen your 2 tales and checked out their questions, hop over to the assignment link. I'll wait, it's fine. You're there, great. You will answer these 4 points for each of your tales. So let's check out those 4 points. First, you need to summarize the story in about 2 to 3 sentences. You'll want to provide enough detail that your reader gets a firm grasp on the plot, or at least the concept of the plot, but you don't want to go into too much detail. You don't want to get bogged down in the specifics, as you'll use those for your quotes and such later. Next, condense your answer to the tale's discussion question down to 1 to 2 sentence thesis statement. Remember to include that so what. Why is it important to think about this concept for the story? This will be really good practice for your research paper. Next, choose 2 important quotes that reinforce your thesis, and then explain and apply each quote in 2 sentences. So that's 2 quotes and 2-sentence explanation for each, so 4 total. Finally, take a look at those daily key quotes. These are not quotes from the fairy tales themselves, but rather from research on fairy tales. This is how your key quotes will be for the next little while to give you some practice on using research. You'll need to choose one of those quotes and explain how it applies or doesn't apply, maybe, to the tale you've chosen. And that explanation should be between 4 to 6 sentences long. It should be the beefier part of this assignment. In the Friday lecture, when I go over each tale, I'll also review these quotes and fairy tales in general. But you should still be working on them and puzzling them out for this assignment before you hear from me on Friday. Whew. Well, that's it for this week. I know that the fairy tales assignment seems beefy, and I guess it sort of is, but it'll be excellent practice for the research essay. And plus, those fairy tales are fairly short and super good, especially Bluebeard. Can you tell that I like Bluebeard a lot? It's so good. Anyway, that's enough for me for now. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Though if it's about the research essay, maybe hold off until after the Wednesday lecture so you can hear the full explanation then, and hopefully that'll answer your questions. Thanks for sticking around for this long, and I'll see you Wednesday.